Hi everyone. It is about 4 o'clock. I'm not really sure, but I've had a really busy day. I never got to Walmart to get the felt, but I am baking cookies for my daughter's job, and I'm also baking cookies to take to my family next weekend. So I thought maybe you would like to see one of my recipes and how I make it, and do a little something different. And tonight we are going to do a craft, and I'm going to make a craft for Radha, that sweet lady that sent me mail, friend mail, which I'm going to make a craft from her items that she sent me. So let's get started. Must tell you everyone, baking in a small kitchen is hell. I had a house for, oh my God, how many years? I had a house with my husband, but then we lost that one, and I had to buy a smaller house after he passed away. I guess I should let you see my face. I'm sorry, I look awful. And so really, the bottom line was that I had to learn to adjust in this smaller kitchen, and it's not easy, believe me. So I'm really tired, and I'm not going to make it to Walmart, but we will do a craft tonight. We're going to do, like I said, the one for Radha. And so I'm going to show you how I make my butter cookies that my daughter wants me to make for her job. And they called my cookies crack cookies. So I have my latte, woohoo! Working. This is the first time I really baked in this kitchen, and it is rough. So what I added was 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of sugar, white sugar, and 1 egg. That's all I added so far. Now we're going to add 2 2/3 cups of flour. I hate the way I feel today. I don't know. I really feel like I can be honest with everyone, because I don't know. I just feel like all you guys are my friends and you understand. So we're going to add 2 2/3 cup of flour, and add it to the buttered mixture. Like I said, I used to bake when I lost my job. Everybody loved my Christmas cookies. I decided to make several kinds of cookies and sell them. And I did not realize it was going to turn into such a hit. I wasn't a millionaire or anything, but I made enough money to really keep me going, buy groceries. So this is 1 cup. We're going to pour it in. And then we're going to add 2/3 more cup. So it really kept me going, and it made me not so depressed about losing my job. I mean, we had a little pension that I still get, and we had, an extension on our benefits, making sure this is 2/3. This is really hard to work in this kitchen, I'll tell you, like this. Okay, a little more for 2/3, and it's hot in here also. Wish I had a fan in here. I think this should do it. Okay, so that's 2/3 flour. And let's get this out of the way because everything is in my way here. Everything. Okay, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. My other kitchen, if there's a way I can show you pictures, I will. My brother had just did that kitchen for me, and it was just so beautiful. All right, so we're going to, and I used to have a, put that on lower. We're just going to incorporate all this together. It's such an easy recipe, but I used to have a mix master. It's at my daughter's because I just don't have room here for that. I just don't. All right, now we're going to, after I get it all dry looking. We'll shut it off. And I'm going to add my vanilla. Oh, and I have the oven on 400 degrees. And you cook, this is the vanilla I use, all natural McCormick. It doesn't matter, you can use the cheap vanilla in the Dollar Tree. I like using real vanilla. It definitely has a different taste when you use the real vanilla. This is 2 teaspoons, and I measure my butter, I measure my flour, but I always added a little extra vanilla or certain ingredients. I always add a little extra. Okay, so we're going to now mix that vanilla in. And you're going to notice that this is really dry, but what happens is you got to kind of roll it. Roll the cookies into little balls. Yeah, it's very dry. I'm going to make sure I have everything together. 1 cup of sugar. Yeah, okay. Okay, 2 2/3 cups of flour, 1/4 tea. I always go over my recipe to make sure. I'm going to wash my hands again. I'm a real freak about my hands. Okay, and I have a nice clean dry towel. And we're going to roll these little cookies. I got the oven on 400 right now. And we're going to take our dough, and I'm going to show you, it's all crumbly. Now, if I had my mix master that's at my daughter's, this would be a piece of cake, but I don't. So what we have to do is kind of scrunch it together into dough, as you see. See? It kind of goes into like dough balls. So I'm crunching it together. And having one of the mix masters, or whatever you call them, I don't know what you guys call them, but it's a big mixer that you don't have to use your hands. It's so practical if you're a baker a lot. And my God, that thing, I think I almost burned out the engine or motor in that thing. I used it so much. I baked so much, and I really did well. Okay, so we're going to do a few of these, and then, okay, so I roll them, and this is kind of dry, and I don't know why, but I know it's fine. We're going to put them on our cookie sheet, okay, and what I do is kind of tap them down a little bit with my finger. I'll do a few so you can see them. We're going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes, and then I'll show you what they look like. But I want to show you what I do. I only have 1 cookie sheet. All my cookie sheets, once again, are at my daughter's when I live with her. So just squeeze the dough together, squeeze it together, roll it into a ball. Try to keep them around the same size. It doesn't matter, but they still taste good. And flatten them down with your fingers. Now this is what I do. Get a fork. Should have had a fork out. Ready. Our fork. I get a fork, and then I get a little bit of milk. Put a little milk in a bowl. In fact, I'm just going to put a little milk in this cup. Just a little bit, like maybe 2 tablespoons of milk. Okay, and I dip, let me put this up a little. I dip it in the milk, just dip the fork, and then I press down and make like little indentations going one way and then the other way. One way and then the other way. And get a little bit of milk in there. This helps to, for me, I always do it that way because it really helps to, my daughter wants rainbow jimmies. If you're going to put sugar on there or any kind of, she wants the rainbow sprinkles, and here they are. It helps the sugars and the jimmies adhere to the cookie. All right, so I have some rainbow sprinkles. Boy, this is hard doing this in this little kitchen. I'm so tired today, folks. I don't know what it is. It's raining, kind of dreary out, and my back hurts. And like I said, it's every now and then I'm reminded that I am sick. Sometimes I forget that things aren't the same, but I'm lucky to be here and I'm happy to be here and I'm doing good. So you take your jimmies and you press them down. Be generous because a lot of them fall off. And my daughter Sasha requested the rainbow jimmies. She loves them and the butter cookies. Okay, so I'm going to finish these up. And off camera, and I'm going to bake them for 10 minutes, and I'm going to come back and show you what they look like. But I make about 20, 30 different kinds of cookies. And maybe through the holidays, I'll show you like maybe one cookie at a time. So I'll be back and I'll show you the results. Okay, guys, I just took them out of the oven, and this old, crappy, sorry to say, electric oven is really hot. It gets hotter than my stove that I had at my house. My stove was also electric, but it was a lot better. It had a timer and all. So this is the result. And let me tell you something. These cookies are to die for. So simple, so easy. Now I have to make this whole batch. Let me put you up here to see my ugly face. I'm sorry, I look a mess. I am so sorry. And good news, I'm getting my hair done Wednesday. I have a young girl that comes over, Tony, who's been doing my hair for a long time. When I got sick, I didn't even want to go to a beauty parlor. Anyway, before I go off on another distraction, look at the cookies. They come right off. Always use parchment paper. I did have a huge roll of parchment paper, but I left that at my daughter's. I am going to make chocolate chips too today if I have the energy. But always use parchment paper. I meant to tell you that. And this is the dough, and as you see, it's very crumbly. But trust me, they make wonderful cookies. So come in here so I can sit a minute and tell you. So these are the butter cookies, okay? And next I'm going to make sugar cookies. For the butter cookies, my daughter, like I said, just wants the rainbow jimmies. I don't know why. I don't know if there's this. I made a huge tray of cookies for her approximately when I was in my home and I was selling them. So it was a few years back, 4 or 5 years ago. And they were like, all the doctors and nurses were coming into the room and saying, "Oh my God, Sasha, your mother's cookies are like crack." Well, that was a really good compliment. Maybe it'd be best if I could see you guys. And anyway, I was just so proud that they felt that way about my baking. Anyway, so I have to do that, and then I'm going to do some sugar cookies. So I think I'm going to come back on and show you that easy recipe. A sugar cookie gets much larger and spreads because of the baking powder and baking soda. And usually you want to put just sugars on them. I sometimes do put jimmies, but usually since it's a sugar cookie, I'll put sugars. I may not get to the chocolate chips on a video today, but we are going to make Radha a nice craft. I'm going to use her materials, and my brain's going nuts with making I have a wired frame wreath for him that I had this brainstorm as I was walking the dog. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to attempt it before I come on camera, but we'll see. So I'll be back in a minute after I get the sugar cookies started. Hi everyone. I forgot how exhausting it is baking cookies. Just wanted to give you an update. I just took the second cookie sheet of the butter cookies out. I'm going to show them to you. But because this kitchen is so small, I'm like, can you see? I'm overwhelmed. I even put the little air conditioner on over there. Poor little Charlie. He's like, are we going to OUT out anytime soon? No. Anyway, I hope I don't sound like a chronic complainer. I really am not trying to. It's just that this kitchen is the pits. I wish you could have seen the kitchen that my brother made me. Oh my God. I'm going to show you how to, you can actually look it up on Google because it was for sale. He did such a beautiful job, and I was so happy to have a really fine kitchen. But then, you know, things change and you lose your job and you get cancer and you move in with your daughter and lose your insurance. You got to sell your house. So that's that. But anyway, I'm not used to baking in this little teeny kitchen. I'm very grateful for my apartment and I love it so much, but it's hard. So what I did was, my point in all this was, I have a really big plastic bowl so it doesn't make a mess. I took the butter cookie dough and I put it in a separate container so that I could start the sugar cookies. So that's where I'm at. Let me take you in. And my leg is killing me. I'm on top of everything else. Anyway, this doesn't look good, but they are gorgeous. These are my sugar cookies, and I have them on they're hot. On this, I'm going to transfer them onto the cookie. Once again, I have beautiful cookie cooler trays that are at my daughter's. So I'm letting these cool. I transferred the butter cookie dough, keeping it nice and soft on the stove here. And now I'm starting the sugar cookies, which is 2 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I just poured it all in the big container. It's all going in one spot, so whatever. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of one teaspoon of baking soda. Let's start over. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 3/4 cups of flour, 2 sticks of soft butter. That's in here. 1 1/2 cups of white sugar. That's in there. 1 egg, which I just threw in there, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I always add like 2 teaspoons. We're going to drop the temperature down to 375 once I'm done the butter cookies. I'm going to mix it all together with my mixer, and then I'm going to come back on and show you how I make the sugar cookies. So I'll be back. Where are we at? We're at, oh my goodness, 18 minutes. I'll be back. Hi everyone, we're going to wrap up this video. I'm so tired. Oh, I don't know. It's like a rainy, dreary day. Look out there. It like totally destroyed my morning mood. I was in a better mood. Okay, so I finished up the butter cookies, and my last batch came out too dark because I don't have a timer. And I couldn't set the timer on the phone because I have a video running. And if I stopped it, then it would destroy the whole video. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up and show you what's going on here. Let's see. I'm so brain dead right now. Hold on. Okay, so here are the cookies that I baked, and I really think this oven is just too hot. It's not a real, look at the bottom, but they're going to be delicious. Believe me when I tell you. That's a good one. I have one more batch in there. That's a good one. They turned out beautiful, and believe me, even if they're a little bit brown like this, they're delicious. So I have one more batch, so let me take you into this huge, wonderful vintage kitchen. By the way, I made this. I made this out of little stickers and a $3 frame, Eat, Bake, Love. Remember that book, Eat, Pray, Love? Well, this just popped into my mind. So this is like right over the stove. Okay, so this is what happens when you don't have a good mixer. And I'm letting it on top of the stove to soften, but this is the sugar cookie. This is the chocolate chip dough that did very well. So I'm waiting. I'm going to probably make that tomorrow. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. These are the last batch, and because I have no timer, and because you know Cheryl, she gets distracted. Look at the bottoms. They're not bad, but because of the jimmies, that's this brown stuff, so don't worry. After you take them off, it just kind of falls off. But they are delicious. So I am going to make the sugar cookies. I'm going to do it off video, unfortunately, but I will show you the results tonight of what they look like. I put strictly sugars on the sugar cookie. This, I want to tell you, use your basic recipe. Charlie's ready to go out, so good timing. Of your on the bag of chocolate chips. The only thing I do different is I add about 3 tablespoons extra of brown sugar. It makes it richer and moister. And I also add an extra tablespoon of vanilla. That's it. Otherwise, follow the recipe on the package. It's perfectly fine and delicious. So, like I said, later tonight I'll show you the results of the sugar cookies. But I got to take the dog out. I'm totally exhausted. And thank you for watching, everyone. I look like crap. I've got a crappy looking t-shirt because when I bake, you know, I never look good. I'm not like Mrs. Cleaver on Leave It to Beaver. Trust me. Well, you can see that. Anyway, I'll see you later tonight if I have the energy. If anything goes wrong, you'll know why. Thank you and take care. Gotta see Charlie. Some little boy has to go out. Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside? Yeah? Do you want to go see? You want to go see Tom, the little old man down the street? All right, go get your leash. Go get your leash. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Don't make too much fun of me, will you? Please. Goodbye, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.